Hi everyone, this is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Cardano. Once again, thank you for your continued support, okay? Really appreciate everyone's support in the Patreon there. And honestly, the really nice warm comments that we receive on the channel. Really glad that you're enjoying the content and you find them educational and entertaining as well. So that's good. It's all golden. So right now, just reassure you that Cardano is picking up relatively well, isn't it? It's doing well, basically. Look at the recovery it's got on the cards here. Look at this. You know, since this bottom right now, this is how much Cardano has actually recovered. It's up a whopping 83%. Okay, you've only got to go another 40% to get to the all-time high, effectively. So it's bounced really well, hasn't it? And you're doing well, effectively. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to see that you are doing relatively well here for Cardano. It's very, very, very strong, isn't it? Providing, like I've said to you, we don't fall below the 20 EMA, and you hold it as support. You can see the EMA is creeping up with you constantly. It's going to creep you up, get you out, and break you out above these highs right now. It's actually picked up in over the last day, and I think we'll jump into the hourly time frame in a moment to look at our targets, whether or not they have been met. But I just want to reassure you, it's solid, it's looking really good, and you know we've got a really bright future ahead for Cardano. So keep that in your mind as well. But obviously, there is a lot of anticipation with Bitcoin, isn't there? You know, whether or not it's a bull trap and things like that. So always have your wits about you, okay? Again, not financial advice. So yeah, just going to dive into Cardano on the hourly time frame then and see what we can see. So with Cardano then on the hourly time frame, you can see it's looking really, really good. You've actually broken out the resistance level of this inverse head and shoulders, which we gave you yesterday, okay? It carried out that little correction, okay? You carried it out to a T. Do you see that? It reversed, came back down to the target, didn't quite come all the way down, which is good, which is what we wanted to see. It did actually come to the target. I'll show you this right now, okay? Because that's where you lost support right there. Do you see that? So you create this sort of head and shoulders pattern in itself. Do you see this little head and shoulders pattern? What I'll do, I'll zoom in and show you right now what we've got on the cards for Cardano. So yesterday, what you did, you created this sort of little head and shoulders. Do you see that? A diminishing buying pattern, so to speak, and you got a little target out of that, and you can see from there to there. You can see when it lost support, you can see that absolutely carried out that target right there. Found support, bounced, come back up, broke through the level of resistance right there, this next line, and got back above DMAs, and it continued its little uptrend right there for Cardano. But right now you can see it's broken out a key level of resistance of this inverse head and shoulders, okay, which is this target just here, this 158. It's broken out of it, but what you've done now, you ran into resistance, and that's perfectly healthy, okay? You're retracing a little bit, and right now you can see you're having another go at this resistance, because if you do get through this level of resistance in 179, if you start to see Cardano close above that, that's where you carry out the pattern up there to 205, okay? And if you do start to see the break, okay, of this level of resistance at 179, do put in a lovely little long of around 14% for Cardano up to $2.05, and then obviously you've made the high just there. Do you see that? And what you're doing right now, you're reversing the trend, and effectively, if you can do that, you've got a larger reversal on the cards just there, which is this sort of W bottom on the high time frames, okay? So you're looking at $2.59 in continuation, but obviously it's not going to get there overnight, and you are going to run into levels of resistance, so be aware of that, okay? But it's looking really, really healthy for Cardano. It's looking really, really good for continuation. You've come down, you've made a low, you've made this high low, you're making these high lows just there as well, okay? And you're making higher highs here than this. Do you see that? And now you're making this high as well. So what you need to see is break this level right here and start to make a high than this, okay? Because if you do and you get to that particular price prediction of this inverse head and shoulders, you've completely reversed, effectively completely reversed, and it's looking mega bullish for Cardano. But again, I'll always make you aware that you've got the anomaly of Bitcoin, okay? There is a bit of a lot of people are saying it's a bull trap right now, but so far you can't ignore what's in front of you. Cardano is painting a beautiful reversal pattern. You've got to adhere to that, okay? So right now you can see this is a really key level of resistance that you do need to see Cardano get through. If you do start to see it get through that, then you're looking lovely for continuation. You're a little bit overextended on the hourly EMAs right there, so it might be waiting for the EMAs to creep up, and you might be scratching your head, why is it not breaking out? Because it's waiting for the EMAs to creep up. And like I said to you, the EMAs play an important role, okay? Just like here, you've backtested, and what did it do? It forced you into a trend, into a breakout, and with this breakout, because you sort of rolled over, you had a little correction, you come back up, adhere, and if this comes up right now and you sort of maintain that level of support right there where you don't fall through it, you're going to break out, aren't you? You're going to be coming up, backtest support. See you later, alligator. We're going to break out and we're going to go to $2.05 and there's nothing you can do about it. So do anticipate that. It needs to hold the EMAs, okay? And right now you can see there's this one big mega impulsive wave right there. So what we're going to do is just lay down a little fib right there. If this is a reversal, just there, okay, and we've got the fib like that, you can see where you're going to get the break to $1.87. So it's just continuation effectively, because this is an impulsive wave up, and now you're having a corrective wave down, and hopefully that is the bottom of this corrective wave, and you're now starting to march onwards and upwards. Again, if you do start to roll over, you need to hold the 20 EMA as support, because if you start to fall through that, then you're reversing, okay? You can't afford to reverse here, because if you do, you fail to make a higher high than this, and this is all sort of obsolete effectively, and you're still rolling over in the market where potentially, you know, you can't come down to any lower than that, because you're invalidating this reversal trend that you've got on the cards for Cardano. So this is really important, really important. You need to see the break here. And again, you can see you rolling over a little bit just here, okay? This is a bit of a bull flag. You see that? It's a bit of a bull flag. You're doing something like that, and actually it has a breakout target, and I'll show you that breakout target right now. If you continue to trade like that, it looks bad, but if you come back down to the EMA, like I said to you, holds its support, this is where you'll see the break, and when you see the break, look where you're going to go. Okay, continuation. So good luck, everybody. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay tuned. I'll be back to another Cardano update. But it's looking good. It's looking good. Okay, take care. Bye bye.